Yo, what's up? This your boy AWAX with the Lunch and Blunt Show, and we back with another week and another episode. And man, we got a very, very special guest today, man. He the real deal, man. This is the real OG, man. OG Bamm, man. Sebastian Richardson. You know, Am I a Monster? He just released this book, man, and it's some real powerful stuff here. And a lot of people don't know about the Bottom Boys. You know, and Shreveport, Louisiana, and how strong the Bottom was, and you were one of the founders of this movement.
I wasn't necessarily the founder of the Bottom Boy because Bottom was established before I was born. It was established way back in my father's time. You know, as I've said in my book and in other things, that the Bottom was an area. It was an experiment done by the politicians.
Yeah.
The name of it called the St. Paul Bottom Experiment.
Yeah.
Experiment. If you look it up on the web or anything, it's the St. Paul Bottom Experiment. Now this was done also in New Orleans in a place called Storyville. And these experiment, the Bottom Experiment, was where they allowed all the illicit, illegal activity to go on in this urban area, designed as a red light district, so to keep it from contaminating the rest of the Shreveport area. So it was like, let's keep all our trash right here, and then that'll keep our city clean because it's gonna happen somewhere. So let's take this urban neighborhood and allow it to fester and happen there. And they started shutting them down because it was causing too much crime and it was causing decay in the city. So they started shutting them down all over the red light district in like the late 1950s. Yeah. And then as it came in there, they hit Commissioner Torres, and he faked his death and got out of town. And
really,
yeah, they say he had. Everybody. There's nobody living today believe that Torres is actually dead. You know, if he dead now, he's dead from old age. I had a 82-year-old tavern club owner who did an interview for me talking about Torres and how Torres made his life a living hell because he wouldn't give Torres, he wouldn't do the prostitution and the drug thing in his club, and Torres shut him down. You know, because Torres was forcing people to do illicit stuff, and then he was getting his cut off of it. And so the dude actually did an interview of me and then for me, and then he called back 2 days later and said, "Man, please, no, man, don't show it, man, cause Torres may still be alive, man." And he said the man 82 years old, and he was still scared that Torres may still be alive. And I told him, I said, "Listen, I deleted it. It's dead. It's deleted."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still how fearful. But that's where the Bottom come from. That's where the name Bottom come from. Ledbetter Heights is supposedly named there, but the St. Paul Bottom Experiment where it got the name Bottom. And so everybody came down, and then you come down, everywhere you go down there, it's basically down a hill. But you had a lot of blues people came through there and everything, because it's the only place in Shreveport, if you look at its history, not now because it's wastelands, and they put them apartments down there, but they destroyed everything that was connected with the Bottom. But it was the only place where if it was a club, it's probably 3 clubs on every corner.
3 clubs?
Not 2, not 1, 3. You would have Lucky Liquor, you would have Cattle Liquor, and then you would have like Grady's in between. You go, if you look at some of the old things, it's just like club. You can get everything you want. There's no other place in Shreveport, Louisiana that there was that many clubs put together. But it also used to be where sailors, it used to be the Port of Shreve downtown, the riverfront used to be the Port of Shreve. Mm-hmm. Sailors used to come in down there. So they used to come down there and party and everything. So it's been just a party spot. So the people that moved down there, most of us come from the outskirts of Shreveport. All the people that moved down there, they basically, to live around that there, the rent was cheap. Mm-hmm. So when a person stayed down there, it was cost the rent was cheap, you know, because didn't nobody else want to stay around all this shooting all the time, all this up, you know, loud music playing out, coming out the club all night and going on. So generally a person with low, very, very, very low income stayed there. You know, but that's where the bottom get its name from now. As far as my part in this, you know, my daddy was a bottom boy because people started calling us that coming out the bottom. They said that's the more boys out the bottom. That's the more boys out the bottom, and people out the bottom was known for being either a criminal or whatever like that. They had good people down there, but we weren't known for the good people. We was just known for that. So as we kind of, I ain't gonna say we got organized. I think we got unified. And we got unified, and we stayed under the moniker of the bottom boys, but we just tried to turn it into a sprint thing. Where people looking down at us, we said, okay, well, you gonna look down at us, we gonna make you respect us. And we started doing that, and we started doing different things. At the reform school, we seen I seen it going to school. I seen it going to school that my neighborhood was not like the other people, you know. I realized that at a young age that, man, I tell dudes, as I say in my book, I used to tell people stories, stuff I seen. I'm seeing 7, 8 years old, I'm seeing people getting killed right in front of me and everything. And I go to school and I tell my friends this here, and they like, man, you ain't seen nobody get killed. I'm telling you, man, head got blew off. I'm standing there looking at it. So people, the stuff that I experienced, now I'm looking at the way my friends, I'm looking at the way my friends are receiving this here, and I'm realizing, man, this ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? This ain't normal at all. And I'm checking out, I'm looking at the way their mamas reacting when they go tell their mama, hey, Bam say he's seeing this here going on. And I'm like, in the way they was receiving it, like they normal. But I didn't know what was normal or not because it was all I knew. The bottom was all I knew, so I had nothing to measure it against. You know, so but we got unified after, you know, we got a little more unified, and, you know, we said we gonna take it and start looking out for each other, look out for our people, because, you know, Dartar used to take the George W. Dartar, he used to take the money and he take it and took it for his police. He had 4 police officers. There was
the 4 horsemen.
4 horsemen. He was. They.
I heard that in the book. You were talking about this.
Man, they catch you, and anything he did, he want you to disappear. The dude who telling me, the old head who was telling me the stories about it, he said, man, he was so scared. He said, Dartar make you disappear, and then he tell you and he every time when he talk about it, man, you just see, I heard about it, but he lived it. When he talk about it, you could see the fear. He be scared, and and I was like, man, it was sad. And I know that this was a strong dude. This is a dude I had a lot of respect for as being a strong dude. But when he talked about Dartar, he be shivering like a little child, like a little scared child.
Really?
They got a book about him called The Commissioner.
Yeah. That's wild. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, you know, that goes to show how he was ruling with an iron thumb. An iron fist, you know. And to see you guys rise up over there. And I also was checking out, because in the book, I noticed you were talking about your father, Johnny Ace.
Johnny Ace, Howard Richardson, they called him Johnny Ace because he was a pretty fast car driver, you know. Back in the days in the bottom, they used to, Travis Street, before Session and Leverage, then they put that up there. Every like Friday and Saturday night, they go out there and they people race up and down the street. Night Train, Beedoo, and all them. They race up and down the street, and we stand out there and watch it. And my daddy was pretty good, you know. He was known to be pretty good, but he was always running from the police, get away. He never would stop. He actually, the story that I hear is that him and mom was asking him why she can't never go nowhere with him. And he told her basically like, you can't go, I don't take you nowhere. Because if them Lee Brown them and them police stop me, I ain't no Negro, they just gonna beat crowd the head with no pistol and then let me go. Cause back then they said they pistol whoop you and they'll tell you, now you wanna go to jail or you wanna get in your car and go home. And daddy said, you know, that it was said to that daddy told mom, said, cause if they hit me with a pistol, they gonna have to kill me, cause I'm gonna try to kill them. So if they kill me, they gonna have to kill you, cause you seen me. So that's why he said, nah, you're not going nowhere with me because it's too dangerous out there.
Yeah. And the way he died.
Yeah, he was shot by his best friend in the back of the head with his own gun while sitting in his own car.
Wow.
And people, I heard all kind of different rumors about it. I heard rumors that it was over a girl, over this and that, but most common one I'd heard from some older heads that used to talk to me was that he had robbed one of Dartar's men who come pick up the money. He had robbed one of them, and as was known by Dartar. And then I've been around, like I said, I was in Marion with John God. I've been around some head dudes, but it was just not just to kill him or get him killed. It was the disrespect of having it done by somebody close to him. You see what I'm saying? That's a show of power that I can get your best friend to get you if you get out of line. So that put fear in anybody else that, all right, if I get out of line, he may get my brother to kill me. He may get what? So it's a fear tactic that's used by most organized group.
That's deep, man. That's deep. Wow. We were talking just a bit ago on the radio days and how you and Chris Tucker had an altercation.
Yeah. He called me as you know at KMJ, I mean at the radio station, Jab them and DJ Don Gibbs and the guy who owned the station, John, I had helped him got their van back. Guy had their van had got stolen, and I had helped them got their van back. And so they used to let me come up there. If people remember, I used to come up there at night, and I used to get on the radio station. They always play Ghetto Boy for me when I come in there, and I get on the radio station, and I'd be drunk, and I'd get on there and say, the bottom boys ain't got no problem with nobody. Nobody better not have no problem with us. And I go and sit up there, listen to my Ghetto Boys. I go up there with DJ Dale there.
Yeah.
Go up there with Jabba Jaw with there. I go up there with Don Gill was up there, and he had told him to let me in at any time. I took my big snake up there one time in the day to let the women see it.
Yeah.
But Chris Tucker, we was at Stop the, I think it was it that Stop the Violence concert. I think it was sponsored by Tracy Boston at that time. But I came in, I'm dressed in my little outfit and everything, and he put the spotlight on me. He said, I'd like to thank whoever they, I'd like to send a shout out to whoever they got their little monkey dressed up like that.
What?
Boy, I was trying to get at him. I was trying to get Tracy to let me back there. The police told Tracy, don't let me back there. I was trying to get at him. But my sons, my homeboys, which are called sons, they heard that he was at the radio station. So when they heard that he was at the radio station, they tell him, hey, Dad, Chris Tucker at the radio station doing a promo.
Yeah.
I took off riding there. They let me in. I got in there. And I said, man, you playing with me? You don't know who you playing with?
Yeah.
I run up on him. He talked so good. I run up on him. He told me, man, I was just trying to put you in the show, man. I was just trying to put you in the show. Well, I met a few people. I met a few people at the radio station. They let me there. At Scarface right before he got shot. I met Bushwick up there. I met girls, I think their name was Sweet and Low. I met Luke, Uncle Luke. So I met some other ones, Roxanne, Shantae. He used to let me up there. He always come gave me like 15, 20 tickets every time they had a show or something, so that I could take my people down there with me. And that kind of, we kept a lot of, it was beneficial for him. I should have been charging him, what I'm saying, for doing security, because that's all he used me for. Yeah, that's all it was. And security. I didn't put it together, what I'm saying? I didn't put it together. So I take my people down there, and we generally kept peace, because we have no natural enemy. We didn't beef with no area. We didn't beef because of no color, nothing like that. A bottom boy can hang with who he want to. We don't have no set in stone leader. A person who get the respect and is deemed a leader is basically a person who done did the most for the people in the community that they have trust in. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no set stature where you say, I got to follow this dude. It's if this dude here that invested in your life and done stuff and been there for you when your car broke down, helping put food on your folks' table, and that will get their allegiance opposed to trying to rule them with an iron fist, you'll come up missing fooling
Yeah.
with my homeboy like that.
Do
Yeah,
you think they kind of strayed away from that value?
they have the thing, the social structure of the streets is, I ain't gonna say it been watered down. It's been kind of like sidetracked because these little dudes, the gangsters out there, and dudes doing their stuff. You know, they just as dangerous as ever. They just going on, but they have taken on some things and they made them acceptable. And the thing that they made them acceptable is not really gangsterism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you make it acceptable to hurt a child or hurt a lady and going on or hurt somebody, but you have to understand that thing, what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Because you open that door, if you don't care about shooting somebody granddaughter or somebody a grandmama, then you open the door for that to happen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you love your grandmama and your grandchildren and going on, you're supposed to try to you're supposed to try to create an environment where, hey man, whatever going on between us, that it's gonna stay between us. It's gonna stay between street people. Civilian people should not be in danger. You understand? Every time the RICO Act, a lot of people don't know what I got, what I end up doing time for was in the Fed was to be the RICO, racketeering and criminal organization, and the VICR, violent crime and aid of racketeering. They basically can convict you off a word and give you life sentence going on because they do that by association. But this came into effect even with the mafia. This came into effect because long as the mafia was shooting each other, they didn't have, look, if you look it up, long as the mafia was shooting each other, America even had a contract with the mafia in World War II, I think in World War II, to protect the riverfronts. You see? But when the mafia started having them shootouts and hitting them innocent people on the street, that's when they come up with that VICR and that RICO. They'll say, we got to do something to protect the public. And so that allowed them to put effect the RICO and stature in effect, and the VICO, which means we can get these people off the street with a couple of words. All somebody got to do is say, yeah, he was over there at that time, and you can end up with a life sentence.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
My bad. I apologize.
But to get hit with a RICO off a few words.
Yeah, off a few words. In the state joint, he'll say evidence is not admissible. You know, a person cannot say, because you got a right to cross-examine your accuser. But in the Fed, hearsay is admissible. So, and that's what I be trying to relate to. I give my stories on my podcast. I give my story, Bam Bam Raw TV. I give my stories to try to let the children know and educate them that, hey man, prison ain't no picnic. It ain't no picnic. I went in there. I did end up doing 28 years. I did end up getting sent to the most supermax thing it is, but I didn't lay down in there. I went in there, you know, I caught more time in there. I went in there. So when I tell you that it don't make no sense to go there, I'm not telling you because the system broke me. I'm telling you because out of wisdom, it don't make no sense no more. And I wouldn't wish it on nobody, you know, to be held like that. It's just like a form of slavery again. But the RICO, like I say, in the hearsay under the RICO statute, hearsay is admissible, and also dismissal and acquittal conduct can be used to enhance you once you've been convicted. So I'm like, how that don't even make sense. They say it's not double jeopardy because it wasn't used to convict you, but it was used to, when they do your category points and stuff, it is used to enhance you. You get points for, like I said, I didn't understand at the time when I was going to trial, they put two bodies on me, two bodies that I know good and well. I wouldn't know where. Matter of fact, I was in New Orleans in Mardi Gras one, and then I was at my mama had passed, and I was laid up at home, proof, because my daughter's name was my stepdaughters was actually babysitting me. They had to stay out of school because I was like going through morning sick. You know, I was sick. You know. Anyway, long story short, they put these on me. They had to, you know, pretty much had the individual for it and everything, and I think he ended up taking something on it. But the whole point being, I didn't understand. It didn't make sense. I'm looking at why, man. I'm telling my lawyer, man, this is crazy. I'm gonna beat this here, this because I know this, and I got the picture showing me down at Mardi Gras. We got all this here. Then they take it and they took him out. So and that like, okay, I'm thinking that I got a victory.
Mm-hmm.
But they put him on me to take him out because they know that once I got convicted, they was gonna be able to enhance me for him.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that deliberately, So, and just like a lot of the younger generation now, they're going to court and they're beating charges or they're getting charges knocked down. Like me, I've actually, I probably in my PSI, I probably got state charges. I probably got about 50 state charges dismissed. Everything from attempt murder to aggravated battery to all. I done got all them, but all them that came into play. They able to give you punch for that and enhance you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My punch scale was off. It was off the Richter scale. They just they stopped counting my points at a certain thing. But all these things that I thought I was getting away with came back to bite me in the feds. And so
Yeah.
it's important to know that because I mean you got 5 or 6 charges you beating and you done considered beat or you done got a low 18 months for it or whatever. It can come back to hunt you and the Fed get you.
Wow. That's real. I saw you said something about exchanging a life.
Oh yeah. That's
Exchanging a life.
yeah, that's the concept. It basically what it is, like a guy, the perception that you taking a life, you go up there and you're under the perception that okay, I'm gonna go take this dude and violated me or this dude, I'm mad at this dude over something or whatever. I'm gonna go take this dude life. That's your whole concept when you go out to it. You go out there. But the point is you're not taking a life if you go kill this person and then you go to jail and you spend the rest of your life in jail. You only exchanging a life for a life because now you finna spend life in jail and you done kill this individual. If you take something, to actually take something means to take hold of it without giving anything back in exchange. But you giving your life up. Every time when you go out there and kill somebody, you giving your life up. You're giving your freedom up.
Yeah. It's real. It's real. Self-discipline. Self-discipline. Self punishment. I heard you talk about.
Yeah, men's don't like to be, and like I said, I used to accept old heads used to talk to me, and I listened to it. That's why I try to talk to these youngsters the way I do, the young men's the way I do, because you got to respect them. You got to, because if old heads had telling me, hey, you better do this, you better do this here, and better do this here, you probably come up missing. Yeah. But and I feel like they feel the same way. But when you talk to them with respect and with sense and try to, and I can identify with them. So when I talk to them, I be like, say, look here, player, look at the wise thing. Look at this here. If this here caused you this much trouble, caused you to lose this much, I lost 28 years. I come out here, I'm the dumbest man around. I don't know nothing about the computers. I don't know nothing about nothing. I got dudes that I left on the streets. They was walking around with no shoes on, drug addicts. Now I get out, they got companies. Wow. They got company. They got a dude got 8 one particular dude he got 8 transit vans now, this is what done happened in my absence. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine a level-headed dude, what I could acquire over that amount of time. What would I be right now? What kind of situation would my family be in right now based on the fact of what I could achieve if I had to change that lifestyle? So I'm saying, so it's sad when you look at that, and then I even you add up the money. You add up the money. People say I had a lot of money. People say this and going on. People say we had a lot of money. But I'm gonna say realistically, if you were to take all the money one of us would have, or you would have, or anybody who out here that's in the street call themselves the balling, you take up what they would have, and you let them do 28 years in jail or do 30 years in jail, and they come out. You look at the money they have, and you add that, you take that money and break it all down into days. It probably come up to $10 a day.
Wow.
So all that money you had, but look what you could have. If you'd had a job making $40 a day, you'd be better off than what you was. Because when it's about $10 a day after you did 28 years.
Yeah. That's deep.
It is.
It's real deep. What would you no? What people can expect in this book? What people should look for in this book?
Well, I wrote it. Telling my story and identifying our area and identifying not only some of the problems of our area, some of the things that children should not be exposed to because it creates a certain type of person.
Yeah.
And the thing that I did that seemed monstrous to some other people was merely survival to me.
Yeah.
So I could not have the conscience other people had for it. If some other people would look at me with the test and be like, man, you shot that dude over this or you did this over this, he ain't going on. But in my defense, it was I've been taught and I've been molded by environment said that if I let him get away with this,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna have to deal with two people next time.
Yeah.
So therefore I got to nip that in the bud. So and it's sad to be living under those conditions. It kind of and but with the self with the self what that you just told me.
Self punishment, self discipline.
Yeah. Self discipline is when you somebody have given you the tools to work with. When you got the tools to work with, and you can make that decision on yourself. You can sit there and say, you know what, I got out there, I got in an argument with a dude. You see what I'm saying? Because once you say something out your mouth, you have no control of what the next individual say out his mouth. He may say that one thing to make you mad enough to want to hurt him. So the best thing is a trial avoidance. When I was in the penitentiary, when I started slowing down, when I started, I basically hadn't, when I got to Marion, when I got to ADX, I hadn't stabbed nobody in probably about 2 years. So I had kind of late because I was every 6 months I was stabbing somebody. Like I said, I caught time too much 2 times. Then I ended up catching assault. But anyway,
Yeah.
I was an angry man. My brother had testified against me. People that I love and had them taken care of have testified against me. So I was an angry man, and it was eating me up inside. And I used to take it out on people. But when the self-discipline thing come, well, you tell yourself that, you know what, when I opened that door, even though I got away with it, he didn't say nothing, he didn't say the wrong thing out of his mouth, but I opened that door by saying something to him to give him that opportunity. So I would punish myself by not, like the most favorite, something that I like come on the plate, I would take it, ball it up and throw it in the toilet or throw it in the trash can, and make myself think about what I could have done, what could have happened based on me running my mouth or me saying that I never been much of a talker, and by me being such a dude of small stature, I can't sit there and wait for nobody to hit me to start no fight. I got to always be the one to check first. I was taught that on the streets and I lived that in jail. And so by me, each time I disciplined myself, I got better and better, not putting myself in that situation. It's just like with a lot of our youngsters right now, if avoidance, if they was to work on avoidance, they wouldn't have to shoot as many people as they shoot. Because you go out to have fun, focus on having fun, and go back, come back home so you can live to have fun another day. That's supposed to be the object of the fun game, not go out and guarantee yourself that you're gonna end up either dead or in jail. Ain't nothing fun about that. But the self-discipline is good, because if you're a man who ain't gonna let nobody check you, then you should check yourself. Other than that, you just a loose counter. Me, I fell victim to it, and that's why I speak on it.
Yeah. What can people find in the book?
My book is on Amazon. You can go online to Amazon, and you can go to my Facebook, and you'll see I got the link. The link is on my Facebook, but you can find it on Amazon.
Will it be a part 2?
Yeah, I'm working on my stories in jail, because in jail I've been around. Like I said, I've been around some. I end up going to the supermax ADX, the most secure max in America. You know, it's the one that's in the side of the mountain. It's 23-hour lockdown, no human contact. You got Larry Hoover up there. You got the White Malachi York. You got a Wayne Perry. You know, the one that out the movie Paid in Full. You got King Blood. You got you got every bomber, everybody who done blew up something in America. All the bombers up there. You got the Unabomber was up there. Ted Kaczynski before he died. Uh, yeah, I was on the range. I've been on the range. If you ever look up the most dangerous man in federal prison, Thomas Silverstein, me and him was at 2 different penitentiaries together. You know, but we landed in ADX together. Meatball from the enforcer for the Mets. They say he's responsible for 30 bodies. You know, allegedly. You know, me and him was down there together. Jeff Ford, the leader of the L Rookins. The Rock, the white dude over Dead Man Inc. out of Baltimore, AJ out of Baltimore. These dudes, you know. I mean, so I mean, I've been
You
around.
survived that.
Yeah, I've been around some dudes, and I got stories. Willie Falcone and Sam McGluder. If you look them up, they the cocaine cowboys.
Yeah.
They was the one had the big thing in Miami in the 80s. Sal is still Willie is out now, and me and it's rare that you get to see everybody co-defendant. It's only 2 of them, but it's rare you get to meet both people co-defendant. I was in the lockdown with Sam McGluder. Then I ended up going to Lewisburg with Willie Falcone, and Sam had sent word to him, you know, and me and him, he looked out for me, and we got along pretty good. Like I said, Sam, I think he had 205 years. I think they took 10 off. I think he got about 195 now, but he steady working on it. But Willie Falcone got out, and he went to I think he went to the Dominican Republic, and they kicked him out the country. They didn't want him over there, so I don't know where he at now.
Wow. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that part 2 gonna be deep.
I got a lot of the book is gonna be telling the stories because they true stories. I don't know how to make them up. You know, I just be reciting the stories, but I have out the dudes out of my 28 years, I have become friends with at least 10 dudes that then got killed in the system. And I've been friends with at least 15 or 20 dudes who done killed people in the system, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a whole lot of things that go on, like the dude mentioned about the incident in which I was involved in the stabbing in Pollock, in which they tell a story about it on his podcast and going on about the story of Pollock when New Orleans and Shreveport went at it, and they mentioned me and the stabbing I was doing, and like that. Like I said, I had just come from USP Marion. I mean, Supermax Marion. It's USP Marion then, but I had just came from there on lockdown. They got 22-hour lockdown there. So out of my 28 years, I did at least close to 18 of them in just lockdown, Supermax lockdown, on transit to them.
Wow. Man, y'all getting it right here at the Lunch and Blunt Show, man. Make sure you guys tap in, like, comment, subscribe, follow this channel. Make sure you guys go and follow Sabastian Richardson, OG Bam, man. Am I a monster? Y'all getting it right here, man. This is really deep. Anything else you'd like to add before we get out of here?
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on the show, the Lunch and Blunt Show, man. And I definitely appreciate you giving me the opportunity to promote my book and tell my story. I mean, whenever you need me back, I'll come back. But whenever I enjoyed it. I enjoy you. You're a good dude. I like the style.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right here at the Lunch and Blunt Show. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.